Ooh, welcome back everybody to our Banjo-Kazooie walkthrough. We're about to start world number 3, Clanker's Cavern. So right out the gate, or out the pipe I should say. Get rid of this guy, and climb up this ladder on the left. And we're gonna high jump to the left. And watch out for the new enemy that likes to pop out of the wall when you get close. What I like to do is start kind of off to the side, jump up and rat-a-tat-rap in the direction of the enemy, and normally he will jump out right into your face and be hit. Like that. So come around, jump over for a gold feather. More on those later. And then a tricky jump over to the Mumbo token there. We want to continue over this way for another gold feather. And at the very end we got the yellow Jinjo. Grab that, jump down into the water. And then we're gonna swim through this pipe, making sure to grab all the notes along the way. And we get introduced to Clanker himself. Go up for air because we're about to do something that takes some time underwater. We're gonna go in both of these pipes. First this one for a Mumbo token. And then through this one for the blue Jinjo. Then swim back up to get air. Climb up to this platform. And we're going to Talon Trot up the pipe. And jump pad up here for a common platforming technique where we can jump towards the camera and then in midair jump again to glide back to the wall to get to the next hole. Like that. Jump, jump. Jump, jump. We want to do that to get all the notes. Feel free to get the extra life if you want. And we'll jump back into the water. You can get those 2 gold feathers if you want. But we're more interested, there's also some gold feathers in the pipe below us. There's some red feathers in the pipe underneath Clanker's tail. We're more interested in this glowing green pipe in the wall. So let's swim down here. And we get to meet the mutant snippers. Before you collect these notes, I think it's best to go ahead and get rid of these guys. Jump as they get close to you and ground pound. After killing 4 of them, the Jiggy appears. And now we can jump up. Oop. Jump up to the next level and then up to this pipe. And get the first Jiggy. And Now we can walk around to get these notes. Now let's swim back, and before you jump up for air, come into this pipe to get some more notes. Then swim up and turn back around. And we're gonna swim up into this pipe that's half submerged. It's hollow on the bottom, and there is an extra honeycomb inside. Although it's hard to gauge the depth. Oh, no, I'm in. There it is. Get some air again, because it's going to take quite a while to get to this pipe. That's going to lead to that grate, and since that grate is locked, we have to swim all the way back. At the end of the pipe is our second jiggy, and then we need to quickly swim out. This part can be tricky because you have to keep in mind that when you're facing the camera, your x-axis is reversed, so when you hit left, Banjo turns right. Climb up to get air, and then we're going to dive right back down and go straight to the end of this chain that is holding Clanker underwater. In this area, when the music changes, you meet a new friend who will blow bubbles that you can swim through to fill up your air. Go ahead and grab all the notes around while you follow, I think his name is Gloop. I wasn't paying attention. But stop off to get the green Jinjo when you see him. And once you get all the notes, start swimming through this key. I'm gonna swim all the way around so that I can get a bubble. But the goal is to swim through the key 3 times. Come get another bubble just in case. Better safe than sorry. And we get our next achievement. As Clanker raises to water level. So now you want to quickly swim up to the surface. And now we're going to come around And you want to be on the left side of Clanker when you're facing the same direction as him. We're going to climb up on his fin, which we can use to jump up here. Well. There we go. And we're going to jump pad to the right to get on top of this pipe. And then you can float over to this and climb up to get some notes and this Mumbo token. And we're going to return to the jump pad. And jump over to the left. And try to grab onto that pipe. Then jump. Ignore smashing this hatch. And instead talon trot down the outside of the pipe to get these notes and jump over to this hatch. Ground pound it to get the next honeycomb. And our next life extension. Return to the jump pad one more time. And now we're gonna hit that first hatch. That you might be able to tell has a Jinjo in it. And then we can slide on down for some eggs and an extra life. Then we're going to continue back to Clanker's fin and use it to get on top of his back. Starting at his head, we're going to collect the notes front to back. You notice he kind of bobs up and down. So sometimes you'll have to jump for the notes and high jump for the jiggy. Then we want to climb up his tail, which you do not need to talon trot for. Do it very slowly since it's swinging so wildly. And you want to glide over to here and shoot some eggs at this grate. And then glide over to get the next jiggy. Then we're going to drop down to get these notes. And this Mumbo token. And then back to Clanker's back. And we're gonna head towards his head. And this bolt occasionally shoots up, so stand on it, wait for it to head up, and then quickly get off of it because it'll fall back down. And then slowly walk across this pipe. Ooh. For these notes and that jiggy. And now we're going to head right back to Clanker's head, which you can either do by jumping down and getting back on his fin, or we can slowly walk this way and jump from here. And now we want to wait for the bolt to exit once again, but this time we're going to jump in the hole it leaves behind. And immediately turn around to hit this witch switch. Then we'll go forward and avoid these blades. get these notes. And you can see the marks on the floor where the blades go through. And the next Jiggy. Then leave through here, and you'll fall right on a flight pad, which you want to immediately use to fly across this huge room, and then up into this hole. And here's some notes and our one and only ability in Clanker's Cavern, which is the amazing ability to become invincible. So then we want to crouch and push right on the right stick, but keep holding whatever trigger you're holding, and we'll jog through all these deadly blades. And get the next Jiggy. Then we have to invulnerable run all the way back. And exit the room. Then back in Clanker's stomach, jump on down, and we're going to solve the puzzle of the rings, which requires you to jump through the green ring to start, which will turn one of the blue rings green, to indicate that to be the next one you have to jump through. And you have to follow that pattern until you go through all of them. So start by jumping through here. Quickly swim through this one, which will activate that. You have to dive down, pull up to get through it, and then turn around, and we get to this. Jump on this box, get as close to the edge as possible, and high jump through. Dive again. Watch out for whiplash there to go through that ring. Then we'll get on the box on the right and glide through these two. And then the last one. Just be careful of the vine there. This raises the water level, which lets you grab the Jiggy that just appeared. Now turn around. Grab any of these gold feathers if you wish. But our next goal is this tunnel on the left, so that we can get some notes and dive down for the last Jinjo. Just be careful of the vine again. Swim back up. Go back the way you came. We're gonna enter the bottom tunnel for more notes. And then we're gonna leave, exit through his gills, and come around to his face. Jump up here, and the goal here is to fix his golden teeth with eggs. So crouch down and wait for him to oscillate back around, and then fire. Try to fire 3 in quick succession, and then enter the gap for the last Jiggy, but do not fall down. Instead, exit where you came, and come around to his other side to fix a second gold tooth. for a Mumbo token. Then before you jump down, activate Talon Trot because the walls are very sloped. And now we can grab the last notes. Enter into here, kill the crabs if you want, or ignore them. Dive down, avoid all the whiplashes. And then we can exit through either of the tunnels again. And now we can leave Clanker's Cavern. This is one of the smaller levels. To exit, climb back up the ladder. And go around. And so now, you want to come here and hit this switch if you have not already. That will raise another pipe. Jump back across. And high jump to the pipe. High jump to the next pipe. Then be careful of the enemies. To find the next Brintilda. After you talk to Brintilda 3 times, we want to come across here to hit this switch. Opens that grate, and we want to go in there. In this room, we have the next painting. Which unlocks Bubble Gloop Swamp. So let's exit the way we came and head to the previous room. And now we can finally proceed through the next note door. Before we're going through it, however, make sure you come back to get the next Witch Switch Jiggy. Which you get by coming back here and ground pounding the eyes that just popped out. And then through the note door, you want to jump across to the giant Gruntilda statue, because behind it is another Brintilda. After talking to this Brintilda, jump over here, and we're going to Talon Trot up this hill to enter the swamp area. And on the left here is another Brintilda. After you're done with this third Brintilda, we can continue on our merry way. Do not jump in the water, for there are piranhas in there that will chomp your feet. Go into Bubble Gloop Swamp, and you'll be informed of one new move, which is directly behind us. Using the jump attack is best for those frogs, since they tend to jump up and down like that. And we get our first footwear. The wading boots lets Kazooie walk through dangerous environments. And in this case, it's piranha-filled swamps. With that in hand, go ahead and leave Bubble Gloop Swamp. Because in the tunnel across from where the third Brintilda was, there's a pair of boots we want to get. And with those, we can run into the water and run all the way through this tunnel in the back of the room. When that fails, we want to talon trot up this hill and beak barge this block of ice. Don't bother trying to get in this tunnel because it's too small. Instead, come back out and we can go ahead and unlock the next level if you would like. And to get back, we need the aid of these wading boots, which you have to talon trot to get. And rush back to the level. And while she's talking, I'll say we will enter this and tackle the swamp proper next time. Until then, stay safe.